Happy 2025, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome, and I'm going to say it right now, welcome to the best year of your life. Hey, I'm being serious when I say this. This is going to be a great year, especially for those of you who are dealing with type 2 diabetes. You know, I have some special stuff in the works for you this year, and it's what I call my secret sauce that we teach our patients all the time. And I've been planning this content for you. It's information that I can share with you on how to reverse those crazy blood sugar numbers that you've been dealing with, how to finally get your energy back, how to get fired up about your life again. You know, if you're new here to this group, first off, I want to just say welcome to the group. You know, and realize that reversing diabetes is what this whole channel is all really about. You know, it's the only reason why I show up day in and day out, and my aim is to absolutely destroy diabetes before it destroys you or your family. You know, if you've been part of this channel, if you've been part of this group, you know my personal story. You know what I had to deal with type 2 diabetes in our family. And I'm sure we'll talk more about that in the future here. But for today, I want to talk about hope and about targets and about these things that most people do at the beginning of every new year, which is New Year's resolutions. Do you know that hope means a positive expectation of something that's actually good? A positive expectation of goodness. So many diabetics have lost their hope. You know, the ability to actually see and expect something different, something good here for 2025. So hearing that, you know, how many of you have still, you know, and I know we're new into the year, how many of you still have your New Year's resolutions going strong? You know, statistically speaking, even though we're not too many days into the year, statistically speaking, not many people do. But hang in there. And I want to show you some strategies that are going to help ignite that situation for you. So most New Year's resolutions, most goals, they start out with something called a want. So what is it that you want? Do you want to see your diabetes in better control? Do you want to see it reversed? Do you want to see it healed? Maybe it's something like you want to lose weight. Maybe you're looking for more energy or right some of the wrongs with your health that's been happening up until this point. Whatever it is, step one is to actually write it down. That's super big. It's key. It's key. You got to know what it is that you want. So I want you to write that down. This is an important step. 99% of people fail to do this, and they expect the same percentage to fail achieving their New Year's resolution as a result of it. So write it down. Second step is just as important. You want to attach a why to it. You know, as an example, a lot of people they want to lose weight, right? Good, but why? Why is it that you want to lose the weight? Maybe it's because you want to be healthier. Maybe it's because you want to live longer. Because you don't want to have a heart attack or a stroke. Okay, those are good reasons, but they aren't good whys. A why factor is that thing that motivates you, that motivates you to want to be healthier, to live longer, to avoid those heart attacks, to avoid those strokes. The why is actually, how should I put it? It's kind of like the wind in the sails. Like the goal, what your goal is the destination. The sail is the reason, and the wind is your why. You know, 9 out of 10 people are going to fail at achieving their health goals because they don't understand this principle. You got to have a why. For me, my why is my wife and my 5 boys. Yes, I said 5 boys, right? Love them to death. And I want to spend as much time as I can with them, watching them grow up and become young men. I want to see them walk down the aisle someday. I want to chase their babies around. I get goosebumps as I say that right now, by the way. I want to see the sunsets with them. I want them to have adventures, to have experiences, and me be part of that. I want to live my life with them as long as I can. I want to create memories with my wife. My why is my family. My why is that wind in the sail. So now you have to have a why. And you have to have a goal. Let's say yours is to finally control and reverse your diabetes. You have to have a why. The thing that makes you, how should I put it? The thing that kind of makes you tear up. And then when you think about it, that's the thing that motivates you. You have to have a goal. Don't take me wrong, right? But most people, they don't have a good grasp of this. There's a knowledge gap between where they are right now and actually where they want to be. Without knowledge, you can't have a plan. Sure, you can walk more, you can go to the gym, you can eat more vegetables. Those are actions. Without a strategic plan, those actions that we're talking about, sometimes they're really just a shot in the dark. Obviously, diabetes patients around the country right now, we'll talk about the US here, right now, they're motivated by the new year. They're trying to take charge of their health. Or maybe you're listening to me right now and you're one of those people. It's what I help people do every single day. But if you don't have a why, you're just kind of shooting in the dark. And that's without a plan being in place. Hope is lost, and it's lost really quickly, because you know what happens? Things get in the way. It always does. You guys know this, right? One of the things that I've learned in 20 years of treating patients is that you can't outwork diabetes. You can't out-exercise diabetes. You out-exercise diabetes. You can't out-fast diabetes. You just can't. And the medical literature, by the way, we talk about it all the time. I share with you the medical literature. It's not my opinion. It's in the medical literature. The medical literature says it. If all you had to do was just exercise and eat less, the United States wouldn't be losing 2/3 of all diabetic patients to things like heart attacks, to things like strokes. There wouldn't be diabetes amputations taking place, by the way, every 3 minutes and 30 seconds in this country. There wouldn't be the scourge of Alzheimer's disease that's out there, which is type 3 diabetes. You know, the basic plan in medicine is to do what? Is to control diabetes and just medicate. And it's never going to help you reverse diabetes. That's just a statistical fact. It's in the medical literature like we just talked about. And that's according to their own literature. And by the way, they know it. So you have to have a goal. You have to have a why. But what's missing is a targeted plan. A plan that's got checkpoints along the way, progress checks that are going to allow you to assess how close are you getting to that point. Hey, I'm doing what I set out to do. Am I making progress on my 2025 goals, right? If you've never heard me speak before, you're not aware of how we customize a plan based on each individual person, an individual unique situation. That's what this is all about. Hey, let's really wake up, right? It's 2025. This is the year to be alive. It's going to be an amazing year. Have a goal, have a why, have a plan. And then it's all about action. Not just any action, but it's got to be the right action. The first thing is to educate yourself on how to go about actually reversing your diabetes and doing it naturally. Obviously, if you're part of this group, that's what this is all about. You can't have hope for a future without hearing the right information, right? You know, there's an old book, and I'll just call it that I grew up reading, and it says a lot about the actual thing right there that I just mentioned, right? And it comes through hearing. That old book that I grew up watching and reading through it says you got to hear. You got to hear. Anyways, I put together, as you guys know, a diabetes-free masterclass for you. Yes, it's for you. If you have a goal, you have a why, start educating yourself on the what. Diabetes Free Life Masterclass is a free masterclass. What you need to learn in order to reverse your diabetes. What you've been blessed to. We've been so blessed to be able to help thousands and thousands of people be able to reverse their condition and get busy living with their why. Did I mention, by the way, that masterclass is free? It's a masterclass series. Make sure you get registered for the next session. We do not have one set yet, a date, but we will announce that here in the near term. So make sure that you're on the watch for it. Make sure that you stay engaged in this group. This is your tribe, right? What do you want? Put some comments here. What do you want? What do you want for 2025? We'll read that. I want to look forward to reading that. What's the why behind your motivation? 2025 here, right? It's the year to be alive. I'm excited for all that we have in store for you for this group. It starts with the Diabetes Free Life Masterclass. Make sure once we make that announcement, you get registered for it. I can't wait for what's coming here in 2025. Happy New Year's to everybody, and wishing you all blessings.